Good morning. How's everyone doing? It's been quite a while since I've gone live. How's everyone been? Good morning. How you doing, Kara? Happy Saturday. Any plans for today? Yeah, I'm doing good. Yeah, I used to go live every morning. I haven't done it for a while. So yeah, I wanted to go live this morning and see what everyone's up to. Well, that's exciting. Out of town, huh? So it's good to go to new places. Have you ever been there before? Where you're going? Yeah, I used to go live every morning, but it's been starting to wear me out. Oh, it used to be home. Okay, so then you're familiar with it. They had to get up at 4 in the morning. I just got a little wore out from it. There I am now. Are you excited for your trip? The coffee's hot. Man, it's glad to be seen, right? Um, yeah. Good morning, Katie. How you been? It's been a while. I haven't been live this morning. I woke up and I was like, I'm gonna go live. Um, yeah, I was gonna go take a walk, but gonna wake up a little bit and then go take a walk. Gonna have a girls' day Monday. That's good. Always to reconnect, right? Catch up with old friends. It's important. That's good to hear. Hanging in there. That's all we can do, huh? Some days. Morning, Amanda. How are you doing? Let me fix this camera real quick. For some reason it does that. I don't know why. Morning to you, Michelle. Yeah. I want to get on there and talk. Hey, did anyone that ordered a shirt? Did you guys get your shirts? Um, had only had one complaint, and it really wasn't a complaint. It was just like letting me know that we messed up somewhere on the name. Um, I feel bad, but I don't know what else I can do. I don't know what I can do. But instead of it was like a one letter misspell, so it came out wrong. But yeah, hopefully if you ordered them, you got one. It's good to hear. What's up, Keith? How you been, man? Yeah, so hopefully everyone should. If you ordered a shirt, you should have got it by now. But yeah, that was the only one. They came out pretty good, I thought. Um, yeah, so hopefully you ordered it, you got it. I'm doing good. How are you? Oh, you got one too? Cool. Yeah, they came out good. Same to you, Michelle. Thank you. Moving back to where you at now, Keith? I forget. Oh, we were able to pick my daughter's name out immediately. Thank you for such an amazing gift you give us. Oh yeah, I appreciate that. Oh yeah, South Carolina. Yeah, it's like I said, I did one. What is it, like 3 years now? 3 years ago now, and I don't know, just hit me about doing it again. The page got bigger, and obviously, every day we lose people to suicide. So yeah, it's sad. Orange armpit. I'm on Australia. Welcome from Australia. What's the weather like in Australia right now? Australia. I'd like to go to Australia someday. Yeah, Key, this is the first time I went live in a while, bro. Um, it's been a while. Remember, you were here. I used to come like every morning, like 4 in the morning, dude, and then eventually kind of just wore me out. Uh, Plus, I was like, I ended up talking to myself a lot, and it gets frustrating. I mean, I don't expect anyone to join, but when you get up at 4 in the morning, you're just trying to make a difference, and you're talking to yourself, right? What's the point, really? But it was good for me. Maybe I'll do it again. It's winter here at the moment, pretty cold. I wish it was like that. Wish it was like that here. Do what you can. Yeah, man. Yeah, I didn't let it beat me up. I just quit doing it. Uh, I'll get back to it though. You know how it is. Like we go from you go in spurts. Well, I do anyway. You'll do something for so long, and then something will knock you off. This is how it is for me. Like I'll do something for so long, and then like say I take a vacation, or you just quit doing it for the weekend or something, and then it's hard for me to get back into the routine. I'm such a routine person, but once I break the routine, um, it's hard for me. It's hard for me to get back into it. I don't know. It's hard to explain. Good morning to you. Well, it's good to see you, man. Yeah, I'm like that with a lot of things. Maybe some of you guys can relate. 114. I work outside, and I thought 100 was bad. Is it humid in Texas? Is it humid in Texas? Like when I went to Arizona, it wasn't as humid. It's like a dry air, right? So like you wouldn't sweat as bad. Like where I live, you walk outside, you just unlock the car and you start to sweat to death. Met someone yesterday who lost her mom to suicide. We had a good talk. Lots of tears, hearing from her pain. Me trying to explain. Yeah, it's good to have someone to connect with, but it's sad that it's in that situation. You know what I mean? Now I'm in Pennsylvania, the U.S., Pennsylvania. Took some time off social media from this page. Had an accident happen on YouTube. My oldest has postpartum depression and was attempting to take her life on my diet. Transferred to my dad's death. Well, I'm glad to have you back, and best of luck with you. Um, yeah, man. Everyone's going through different things, and like I'm not a big. I'm not a. It's funny because I'm not a big fan of social media, right? And here I am on. Well, this. I'm actually on StreamYard, right? But then you can stream it to Facebook or whatever you want to do. But anyway, it's very humid in Texas. And right. Anyway, it's not good, right? The internet is an evil fucking place. It's an evil place for kids, for adults. I mean, there was times where I didn't even post on this page because every time I posted something, I got backlash, right? Like, what the fuck, man? I'm just trying to help people. Like, why? I know we all have opinions, right? And I know we all have different beliefs, and which is fine. Like, you don't have to agree with anything I say. You don't have to agree with what I believe in. If you don't believe in God and I believe in God, that's fine. You don't. I mean, no hard feelings here. You still be friends, right? If you don't believe in the way I think our country should be ran, or what I believe in morals, values, respect, um, that's fine, right? You don't have to agree with me, but you also don't have to fucking be ignorant about it. You know what I mean? We can agree to disagree. You can share your opinion with me, but don't like look at me like I'm different or I'm a bad person or maybe I don't understand either, right? I don't know everything. It's 7:18 in the morning. That's a great question. I always like to know that. 7:18 in the morning. So it's 8:45 p.m. Saturday where you're at. You're like 12 hours ahead. Yeah, you know how the internet is, man, and that's why um, it's just bad, like for all generations, right? But that's the way society's going now, and that's the way society's been. Look how many people rely on the internet for just income. You know what I mean? Like, imagine if they took away, I guess it was TikTok, right? When they're talking about shutting down TikTok, can you imagine if they shut down TikTok, how many people would lose their income? Think how many people live off TikTok, and you wonder why jobs can't be filled. You wonder why job placement. There's so many jobs available. Nobody's creating these jobs. There's no president creating jobs. Are you fucking crazy? What's creating jobs is the internet. You think kids? I mean, this is to be honest. You got OnlyFans, right? You think people at 18 and know they can make money off the internet? You think they're really going to go work at a factory? You think they're really going to go do what you did and what your parents did and what their parents did? You really think they're going to go do that and make the same amount of money as you did when they have the internet? Or they can play video games and get paid? They can make, you know, prank videos and get paid for it? You really think you're going to go work in a warehouse? You really think they're going to go work out in the hot sun? Come on, people. It's not that hard to understand. That's why younger. That's why you're not getting jobs filled. Hard work is a thing of the past. You know what I mean? Just be honest with it. How hard is it? I mean, if you can edit a video, right, and you can go do some crazy shit and post it online, get monetized, and then there's your living. That's what I'm saying. So if you took the internet away and all these platforms away from people, um, there would be jobs being filled. It's just that simple to understand. Like I thought about this for a while, and I mean, there's kids, growing up. There's kids graduating every year, and there's just different. You ask a kid nowadays, what do you want to do? What do you want to do with your life when you get older? Like, what do you want to be? It's not a cop. It's not a firefighter. It's not a fucking librarian. It's not a veterinarian. It's I want to be a YouTuber, right? I want to be a YouTuber. Well, yeah, I don't know about that. I never got a Biden check, but I hear what you're saying, Keith. Oh no, it's not that everyone. It's not. No, I didn't mean. I don't mean like that. But some people. Um, it's just some people, right? There's always got to be that one person. You can go to a room with 1,000 people and it's supposed to be the happiest, thing you ever be, and then someone will do something, right? But then you can't really blame that person because what they're trying to do is they're trying to cry out, right? Because I've been there before, I've been there before where I take my pain and anger out on other people, right? Because I am not happy with myself, so we treat others like shit, and that's just the way it goes, right? Um, what's up, Trev? How you been, bro? Yeah, exactly, bro. I agree with you 100% when it comes to work. It's bullshit. Um, I mean, where I work, I go 40 hours, right? And I get paid 37 and a half every week. I've been getting paid 75 hours for 2 weeks for the last 21 years because they won't pay us for lunch or they won't have us start at half an hour early or work half an hour late. So I'm missing out on thousands of dollars a year. If you can do the math, right? To some, it might not be much, but every month, every 2 weeks, that's 5 hours. So there's 4 weeks in a month, right? So there's 10 hours a month. Quick math here, that's 120 hours a year. Um, I don't think we should have to work for any big corporation. I don't think we should have that's why I believe in less government. But um, we shouldn't have to rely on the government, right? You think about your mental health, and you can put all this back to mental health. I don't, we can talk about anything. It all comes back to mental health, right? I want my kids to work so far too. Oh yeah, yeah, man, that's such a great point. Like I'm not making if you can make money off the internet, that's fine, right? Um, more power to you. But you got to have some other skills, right? I mean, if all you do is sit in a room and make videos or play video games, what's going to happen in the real life? There's still a real life out there. There's still things that you must learn, or you will fall way behind, right? Time waits for nobody. This world waits for nobody. And sitting in a room playing a game or whatever you choose to do, you will be left behind. I promise you that. I promise you that. If you don't have the skills to live in the outside world, you will get eaten alive, right? Because this shit might not last forever. Um, and as a parent, I mean, I'm not a parent, so right, I don't have no kids, so I tell everyone that when I first speak about this because um, you might just say, well, you have no kids, you have the right to say this, but as a parent, you should teach your kids all that shit, right? All that shit should come, but who am I? I don't have any. Oh yeah, bro. I don't really believe in the system we work. I like you. I don't know if you ever heard me say this before. I think we should live on a piece of property, right? Everyone should have their own land and have your own established society, right? Like if me, you, and Keith lived on the same property, and you offered this, and I offered that, and Keith offered this, I needed what you offered, he needed what I offered. We all needed each other, right, to live in a happy society. Uh, you wouldn't have to work for nobody. You just live, right? We each provide for each other. So you're not going to fuck me over because you need me, and I'm not going to fuck you over because I need you. That's the kind of society we should live in, right? Like, your neighbor. How many people have relationships with their neighbor? Like, it's everyone's in their own fucking world. Um, if I could wake up every day and just go to work on my own land and establish something, you know, feed the ducks, the chickens, milk the cows, split firewood, um, the list goes on, right? And yeah, like let's just talk. Think about this for a minute. What do you think would happen? What do you think would happen? Me and my wife talked about this the other day on the walk. What do you think would happen if like everybody went to the bank for their money? Now, if you ever went to the bank for, let's just say $2,000, $3,000, right? You're not going to get it. unless you call ahead. Right? Now imagine this. Imagine everybody needed their money now and they wanted their money now. You go to the bank, there's going to be no fucking money there to give. You know why? Because the bank takes your money and they loan it to somebody else, right? So they take your money and they make money off your money while letting somebody else borrow your money. Does that make sense? So if we all go to the bank for our money, it's not going to be there. And what the fuck do you think is going to happen when that happens? You think people are just going to turn around and leave? Well, let me know when you get my money. That's not how it works, man. It'll be a shitstorm. Yeah, Keith, I remember you saying about that, dude. Yeah, I remember you saying about that. That's honestly how founding fathers intended things. Small government, but corporate greed took over. Yeah, man. Like, it's so funny, Travis, you say that because the other day or yesterday or some shit, I seen a rail or something or whatever their story, and the dude, I think it was Arizona Tea, maybe. Don't quote me on this, but he's like, I'm not raising my prices. It was $1 or something. I think it was Arizona Tea. He's like, I'm not raising my prices, and the people asked him, I gotta fix this fucking camera again. And the people asked him, let me fix this real quick. And the lady asked him that was interviewing him, why don't you raise the price? He's like, we make enough money. You know what I mean? We're out of debt. We make enough money. Why would I raise the prices just because I can? Think about that, then. And it makes you think about. You remember there's a Woodstock. You know the new Woodstock, right? 98. There's a documentary about it. Whatever. It's a cool documentary. Check it out. It's pretty sad, but all the people there. Long story short, all the people there needed. Everyone ran out of drinks, right? Ran out of water. The festival had no water. Like all the trailers, like the concession stands and shit, they ran out of water except for one. They had water. So at that time, water was like, this is say $4 or $5 a bottle. They raised the price to $10. You know why? They were the only motherfuckers that had water. Supply and demand, right? So if I'm the only one that has water at a festival of thousands of people and they're thirsty, I can make that price whatever I want because they're gonna buy it. That's just like gas. Think of gas, right? The state can make gas prices however they want. You know why? You're gonna buy it. You need gas to go somewhere. Now you're gonna say about electric vehicles. Well, yeah, you might get me there, but you're not buying one anyway. You know what I mean? Like, the government's corrupt, dude. And then you take it all back to mental health. Like, so you got families working 2 or 3 jobs, right? You got remember back in the day, just the dad worked. Remember the mom staying home, raised the kids. You can't even do that no more. You need 2 incomes. Um, it's not the same. It's not the same as it was. It's a whole different ballgame we're living in, and I don't understand why we can't see that. Like, instead of going on a debate and fighting with each other about who's the better fucking golfer or blah 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 blah. Like, it's a shit show. Like, I mean, we're going to talk about politics for a minute here because it's fucking embarrassing. And if you live in the United States and you don't think what's on that stage the other night was embarrassing, then you're fucked up too. I'm just being honest, man. That is a fucking shame. I'm sorry about cussing, but a little sketch there for you. Uh, it's a shame, dude. You got a president of the free world can't even hold a sentence. Come on, dude. And then the other one's a felon. 330 million people, and that's the best we can do. Vote for me. I mean, what's your opinion on that? I mean, come on, dude. I don't care where you stand when it comes to Republican or Democrat, whatever that bullshit means anyway. Um, that's a fucking shit show, dude. Yeah, yeah, Trav, I would agree, but yeah, 40, 80 hours. Who determines how many hours you should work, right? Um, yeah. Uh, why? Why is there a set limit? I've never been embarrassed for my country. It's a shame. I fell asleep to it, dude. It was like watching two little kids argue back and forth. And could you imagine if they didn't cut the mics off? Here's my prediction, and it is 7:30, and yeah, let me know, dude. Let me know about that. Send me an invite or something. I know you had before, and man, you know how it is with this life we live and with mental health, bro. I don't mean to get off topic. I'm going all over the place, but hell, fuck it. Uh, I get in moods for things, and then I do them for so long, and then I don't. I struggle with myself, right? So it's hard to deal with mood swings, being in a good mood this day and not that day, being motivated this day, not that day. So I try not to make promises I can't keep because I know how my mental health affects me, and you wake up in the morning, and you have all these ambitions and goals for the day, but as the day takes over, sometimes you don't get any of them done. So I got confused on how Trump still gets votes, and I live in Australia, and he is in jail, and people still want Trump. Well, yeah, Keith, you're probably right. Bipolar. Well, I mean, that can go. He wasn't in jail. I don't know. I don't know much about the whole case, about whatever he did or said or whatever, but I mean, I don't really know. Someone can fill me in. I don't really know what all them account. Uh, I mean, come on now. Now we want to talk about this, but Joe Biden's son is a crackhead, and he's still walking, and he done. I mean, we could go tit for tat all day long, but um, yeah, I don't really want to waste my time with that. But I mean, I'm conservative, dude. I believe in morals, values, God, um, hard work. I mean, I don't know what the Republicans stand on. I don't consider myself a Republican or Democrat. I just consider myself a fucking person that would do shit for anybody, right? Um, in most cases, I would help my neighbor out. I would, you know, do whatever I can to help my community. Just be a good person, do my part in society, right? I think I'm doing a pretty good job at that with this page and other things I do in my life. Hard work. Um, I don't need the government. I know some people do need the government, and that's where I get a little. That's where I get a little fucked up. Like abortion too. Like all these things we could talk about, but um, there's so many scenarios, right? So, oh, back to my prediction. I forgot about my prediction. Uh, my prediction is they're gonna bring somebody else in to run for Biden. That's what's gonna happen. When you have CNN saying how much of a shit show Biden was, it's all propaganda. It's all a scheme. It's all a fucking way to get him out of there, right? Because obviously he's not gonna win. Obviously, come on. I mean, people. I don't give a shit if you hate Trump or whatever, but I mean, obviously you can't vote for that guy. I'm not saying to vote for Trump. I'm not saying that at all. I don't care who you vote for, but you can't vote for Biden. I mean, come on, dude. The guy can't even hold a sentence. You want him running the free world? I'm telling you, that's what's going to happen. They're going to fucking make him look like the guy that needs help as he is. I don't know what you want to call it, whatever he has. And I'm not here to bash the guy. I mean, that's not stuttering. It's people say, "Oh, he stutters." No, that's not stuttering. The guy is not right in the head. There's something wrong, dementia. There's something, and I'm not saying that to be a dick or be ignorant, but you cannot have that man running the country. And I'm not saying go vote for Trump either. But I mean, if that's not enough evidence, I mean, how much more do you need? Right? I'm not saying either of them are the answer. Yeah, that's probably right. But I mean, someone mentioned that, and I was like, dude, that makes so much sense. Because when would CNN ever, you know, belittle the president? I mean, you see at the end when his wife took him off the stage, it's like, it's sad, dude. I mean, it is actually sad. Yeah, yeah. There's no, there's no hard feelings here. You can have your own opinion about politics. I usually never talk about politics, to be honest with you. A lot of people that been here know that, but I mean, it's a part of our life, right? It's a part of who we are. It's a part of what we stand on. I mean, it's a fucking shit show, dude. Like the whole thing back 2 years ago, whatever it was, when we had to do all that shit. You know what I'm talking about. I don't want to say it and get in trouble, but we all went through that shit with the jab and all that stuff. I mean, I didn't get it, but it's uh, it's a crazy world we live in, man. You never know what's gonna happen next. No, I appreciate your input, and you'll never offend me. I might not agree with you, but that's the way life is. But yeah, it's good morning rant, huh? You said, are you still here? You said you're from Australia. Yeah, I don't know if you're still here, but yeah, he wasn't. I don't think he was ever in jail. But what do I have this one right now? Any plans for today? Anybody got some plans? Oh, I don't think it's gonna be that hot today, so that'd be nice. Got 4th of July coming up. Yeah, I appreciate your input. I'm glad you're still here. Yeah, don't ever be afraid to comment whatever you want. Uh, we all have different beliefs and different opinions. Oh, that's right. You're getting ready to move, Keith. I forgot. What are you gonna do in Texas for work? Oh no, man, that's fine. That's the news for you, right? That's what's so messed up about the news, right? They push propaganda. Whatever they want, they'll push. So yeah, thanks for hanging around. I'll probably go for a little bit more, and then I'm gonna go take a walk, and I got some things to do around the house. But we started walking in the mornings, man, and it really helps your mood. Well, I don't know if anyone ever tried walking in the morning. I mean, we only do like a mile and a half, but I don't know, man. It's just I'm a morning person, right? So I like to get up and go. So um, if you ever tried it, or if you didn't try it because it puts me in a better mood, right? Come home, drink some coffee, and get ready for work and go to work, and then I don't know, it just put me in a good mood this week. Oh, is that what it was? Yeah. See, I don't mind talking about anything like that when it comes to religion, or if it comes to politics, or it comes to anything like that. If we can have a civil conversation, right? Like, I don't want people to leave because we're talking about something you don't agree with, right? I mean, to each their own. But um, at the end of the day, I believe in God's law, right? Not man's law, right? There's a difference. Who had eight? Wait. Who had 8 heart attacks? Holy fuck, dude. What do you do after a heart attack? Like, don't they put something in there so it don't happen again? I don't know. I never heard of anyone have 8 heart attacks. Oh, your best friend. Oh, so you're gonna move down there just to be with him? That's a hell of a fucking thing to do, Keith. Oh, most people won't even come to your house. Most people won't even come see you if you're depressed or. This guy's moving states. That's a true friend, right? Oh, most of my friends won't even text me back. What is a true friend, right? Do they exist anymore? Who stands on truth, right? You start telling truth. All right, Carrot, thanks for being here. Oh, he's my brother's best friend. Okay. But yeah, once you start being truthful to yourself and to others, you will see that your circle gets smaller and smaller and smaller, right? And sometimes you might be left alone, but that's all right. Move in silence, right? No one needs to know what you're doing. I know sometimes it's hard when you get something new or blah, 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 and you want to post it on Facebook, or your hard work that you do, you want to post it on Facebook and show all your friends and shit that you're Facebook friends or morning or whatever. I said morning because I just read that comment, but move in silence because then you have less to explain. I was going to be my video this morning. I might still do it, but move in silence, right? Because if you fail, no one knows. If you succeed, no one knows. It's not for them, right? Don't look for other people's. What's the word I'm looking for? Don't look for other people to help you make your decisions in life. Because what they're going to do 90% of the time, they're going to tell you don't do it, right? Don't do it. That's a bad move. How do you know it's a bad move? You never fucking did it. How are you going to tell me it's a bad move if you never did it? Yeah, I don't understand how that is when you wake up and it's like that. So yeah, man, move in silence, right? And you got less to explain. It's like I don't know. I just thought of this. Like, you know how people that get pregnant will wait a certain amount of time to let everyone know that the wife or the girlfriend or whatever is pregnant. That's because they're scared of something would happen, right? This is my thought. This is my take on it. They're scared of something happens to the baby, and then they got to explain all that shit, right? Am I right or wrong? I don't know. That's my take on it. So think about that when you make moves in life. There's less to explain, right? And maybe down the road when someone says, "Hey, man, how did you become this? How'd you acquire this? How did you pay for that? How did you do this?" Well, then you can explain to them. You think the people like the richest people in the world? I mean, this ain't all about money. This is just a mindset. Do you think them people go out and do things with their friends on the weekend and worry about all that shit? Maybe when you get to the top, you can, but to get to the top in anything, your mental health, whatever you want to relate this to, it takes hard work and it takes time in your own solitude and digging deep within yourself. When you lean on other people, when you rely on other people, that's when shit don't get done. I learned that through my junk hauling business, right? I would never have anyone help me. I would do it to myself, and I'd wear myself. I mean, I'd beat the shit out of myself. That's probably why I can barely walk and shit some mornings. But I did it because the only person you can really rely on is yourself. At the end of the day, you know. You can ask many people things, you get many excuses, right? Instead of being honest with me, just say I don't want to do it. Don't give me an excuse. Well, blah, blah, blah. Just say no. Be honest. Just say no. If someone asks you something and you don't want to be a part of it or do it, just say no. Don't be like, well, that week I got a da da da. Just say no. What's it matter what you got planned? Just say no. Like, you don't got to make up an excuse or even give an excuse. It's like, no, I'm not doing it. Why don't people do that? Why are you so scared to stay in the truth? You know what I mean? Like, when you're honest with yourself and others, there's so much less shit you got to deal with. Why don't people? I don't understand why people don't understand that. It's the best way to live, dude. I know, kind of random, but you like to visit overseas? Like, come to the U.S.? um, yeah, when I went on that cruise a couple months ago, I was like, all my anxiety and shit, I could never really do shit like that. I never really wanted to because I was scared. But man, that opens your eyes up to what there's so much more in the world, And like, you ever think, like, why were you born where you were born? Obviously, I'm a deep thinker. I've been thinking this way for fucking my whole life. But you ever think about that? Like, why were you born in the state or the city or the fucking country you were born in? Why were you born into that family? Why are you who you are? Some deep shit. I go deeper, but a lot of people don't understand my thoughts. Did you ever think about that before? Maybe it's not as weird as I think it is. Maybe there is a lot of people that think the way I do. No, I'm not overthinking, Keith. I'm just saying, did you ever think of that before? It's very deep shit, man. Um, like, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, why am I privileged to? Like, why wasn't I born into like a tribe? Like, why do I have? Why was I born into in America, right? With a hardworking family, you know. It makes you wonder, right? I seen this video yesterday. This guy, I don't know where he lived, but it's obviously like a village or something. And like, how people do like morning videos for their makeup routine and shit. This dude was laying on the ground in the dirt with shorts and a t-shirt on. Um, he gets up, he rubs his eyes, like, "Now I'm ready." You know what I mean? And walks away. Like, you know what I'm talking about? You have to see it. It'd be funny, but you know how like women get up or whoever and they do their makeup and blah 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 blah, do this, that, and they're ready for the day. This dude just wake up. He brushed off his rocks and shit because he's sleeping out in the fucking field. Rubs his eyes and then he's like, "I'm ready." It just shows you the difference. Maybe we take things for granted. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. These are all the thoughts I just have in my head sometimes. I know I take things for granted every day. Like, I bitch about my job every day, but I have a job, right? And I'm lucky enough. And it's not just the job; it's me. Like, I fought through hard times. Obviously, my wife was there to help me, but to be at the same company, or it's not a company, but Commonwealth, for 21 years. It'll be in August. It's fucking impressive, and I don't give myself enough credit, right? To stay at the same job for 21 years, it's pretty impressive, right? But I never give myself credit for stuff like that. I never give myself credit for things like this page I created. People message me all the time thanking me and stuff, and like, I just say you're welcome, and then whatever the conversation may be. But it's not like I sit there like, oh man, I'm a badass, like, you know what I mean? Like, You know what I'm saying? Like I never think of that like that. Maybe it's just my purpose, right? So I just do it. Um, I don't know. Yeah, man. 21 years. Well, August will be 21 years. It's hard, you know. It is hard to go to work some days, you know. I'm sure everybody knows that, but yeah, Keith, I get it, you know. Um, I was raised on hard work, you know, with my mom, my dad, my stepdad. Um, they all worked hard their whole life, and my mom's retired. My stepdad still works. And they were like a victim of companies moving Armstrong. I don't know if every guy's ever to Armstrong, like Armstrong Tiles and shit. They worked there like their whole lives, and then until they went under or whatever. So then you got to find a whole new career. You know what I mean? That shit's hard to do. When I think my stepdad started there when he was like 19 or something. Well, I appreciate that, man, and best of luck to you. Sometimes maybe we don't question why. Even though I don't. And let's just be clear. I don't think of that every day, right? I don't think every day, oh man, why was I born here? Blah blah blah. That was just, as you can tell, my mind just goes from one thing to the next. Just shit that comes up in my head as we're talking, right? So it's not every day I wake up and wonder that, but it's just a thought I had, And yeah, you can't dwell on that. You drive yourself crazy. You know what I mean? You accept the fact, we can't we do have control over certain things, um, right? Like we can't control the weather, or maybe they do control the weather, right? That's a whole nother topic. But anyway, thanks, bro. Morning, Kim. But you know what I mean? There's certain things we can't control in life. But I can tell you this: my wife is teaching me this. What we can control is how we react to the situation. That we do have total control over, right? We have total control of how we react to the situation, and she's really been bringing that to the forefront. Every situation that we face in life, we have control of how we react to it, right? You might not be able to control the flat tire you get, or whatever happens, throughout the day. Some things are out of our control, right? But you do have total control of how you react to it. And I've been working on that, right? We can let things bother us. We can be in a bad mood. We can ruin our day for what? For that one little thing? We all been there, right? So we have control how we react to things. We control our mood. You know what I mean? It's tough though. When you really think about it, next time something happens that when you would get pissed off, I got my temper has come a long way. But another reason why I get upset and worked up, that people that know me would tell you, like, it's because like I don't like things that are not truthful, man. I don't like people that hide from the truth. It's just annoying as fuck to me. Yeah, it is very wise. Thank you for saying that. And yeah, like it's perfect. It's I'm trying to come up with an example of like something that would happen, but we dictate the mood from that. Um, let's just say your car breaks down, or your AC goes out, or you know what I mean. You spill your coffee. I don't know, whatever situation may be. Like, okay, it's over with now, right? Maybe we didn't have control over that. We don't have control that the car broke down. Things break. That's why there's parts, and that's why you replace them, right? If things weren't meant to break, why would there be parts? They'd last forever. There would be no parts stores. You know what I mean? If a pencil was supposed to last forever, they wouldn't be making pencils every day. A pen wouldn't run out of ink. So things are meant to happen. It's just the way it is. But how we deal with the situation and move forward, and how we let it control. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm a huge 49ers fan, right? Football fan. Um, and when they lose big games, I know it's just a game, right? People are gonna look at me like, oh, it's just a game, it's just a sport, blah blah blah. You're just a fan. I get it, right? But I put a lot of time, effort, money into supporting this team, right? Well, this year we lost the Super Bowl, and I told myself, and I'm proud of myself for this. I'll give myself one day. One day, I gave myself one day after the game, which was a Monday, to pout, moan, cry, bitch, whatever I had to do. And then I'm moving on with my life because I have no control over the outcome. And I did that. I never watched it again. I never do anyway. But I gave myself that one day and I said, I'm not letting this control my life, my mood. You know what I mean? I know that some that sounds dumb. I mean, not what I did, but the reason to be upset. But that's just the truth. That's the truth I live in. To never argue with an idiot. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, it's true, right? It's another thing. Like, it's very important to me. It's easy saying. If you keep doing the same thing over and over and getting the same results, like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Why would you keep doing the same thing over and over and over and get the same results and be pissed off and angry? Right? Do something different. It's not working. It's like the saying, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me. Right? Um, if you want change and you want better results, you got to do something different. You got to be uncomfortable. That's when change happens, right? Uh, it's easy to come home and do the minimum, right? When I say come home from work or whatever. But if you want change, and I'm speaking to myself, when I talk about this, I'm speaking to myself. I'm not fucking better than anybody. I have my own fucking issues to deal with. I'm speaking to myself and what I need to do, um, because I am you. And people don't understand that sometimes. People think I just preach to them, but I always make it aware to my friends and family, or no, really not my family. They don't really give a fuck, but my friends. Um, I'm not speaking at you. You know, this is me expressing my emotions and feelings because I need to do this as well. But the only way to create change is to be uncomfortable. We get so comfortable, and that's when we take things for granted, right? But when you're uncomfortable is when change happens, right? Just take running. If you want to be a better runner, or you want to lose weight, or whatever you want to do, like sitting around being comfortable, you're not going to lose weight. Running, sweating, being in pain, your body aches, your muscles are sore, right? You're not eating as much. You might be hungrier. That's uncomfortable, right? That's uncomfortable state to be in. But that's when change happens, right? When you just come home and do the same thing over and over again because it's comfortable, it's not it's not out of your comfort zone. Nothing changes, right? It all remains the same. Like this camera sucks. Let me fix it real quick. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? To me, it makes perfect sense, and it's truth. Believe me. Believe me. Humans are so routine. You know what I mean? We're so routine. Um, just for example, taking walks this week, I seen the same people every morning. You know why? Because they're in that fucking routine. We're all routine people. Or people are routine. Humans are routine. All routine people. You know what I mean? We're all humans are just routine people. You do the same shit every fucking day. You get up, you make your coffee when you make your coffee, you get in your car, you warm your car up, you drive to work the same way every day. You might stop at the same store every day. You might get a newspaper every day. You go to work, you come home, you do the same shit. Unless something comes up, right? You might take the trash out on Tuesday. You might mow the grass on a Wednesday. Humans are so routine, man. It's scary. Why do you think people get away with robbing banks? We're used to, right? Because everything is a routine. They come and collect the money on this time, this day, right? You got to break the routine. Well, it was a great conversation this morning. I appreciate you guys listening to me babble. Hopefully you learned something. Remember, I am you, man. We're all human. We all struggle with the same shit. We all need to eat and drink to stay alive. So I'm no different. I'm no better than you. I'm just a dude that's decided to start a page, and it is what it is today, not because of me, but because people actually matter and people actually care. And real quick before I end this, I was watching this show last night. It was called Still a Mystery, right? And there's this dude. He had two girlfriends, and both girlfriends supposedly died by suicide, right? A couple years apart from each other, and the cops never ever really kept investigating it. So these two chicks, which later they found out after the girl died by suicide, like 3 years later, they made a post about it and all this shit, like investigating this guy. And then the mother of the other girlfriend, 3 years prior, came and talked to the mother of the girlfriend that just supposedly died by suicide. So anyway, this guy had two girlfriends and they're both dead, right? And the cops never looked farther into it. And all the evidence pointed to the fact that it was murder. But yet they let the suicide thing be the answer to it, you know? It was kind of shocking that they went dive more into into the investigation, because all the details, like I don't want to go into graphic, you know what I mean, because it might be a trigger warning for some people, but it was just crazy that this guy's still walking around and they're blaming it on suicide, right? So they're like giving suicide this bad rep, is what I took from it. You know what I mean? Like that everyone's mentally ill will take their life, or they'll do something bad to people in society, which isn't true. It's the farthest from the truth, right? Um, just keep that in mind. You know, it's okay not to be okay. I appreciate you guys, man. I'm gonna end it here. Have a great weekend. Maybe you'll see me. Oh, Keith, or not Keith. Trav, you're still here. I don't know if I could do that tonight. Well, I appreciate you too. Thanks, man. It was nice to ramble. It's like my therapy. You know what I mean? I can speak about whatever I want. Because and I'm just honest with you guys. This is me. This is me. This is me every day. I'm very passionate about other people, life, mental health, hard work, respect, morals. So yeah, hopefully you get some out of this, man. I'm just a normal guy, though, right? I'm not a doctor. I'm not a professional. It's just my opinion, stories, my life, and what I've been through. I don't just read this shit in a book, right? This is my life. And if I did see it or read it, I'll tell you that. Like as I said multiple times, that was a show. I seen it on the internet. But when it comes to my life, and it's everyone's life has ups and downs, right? No one's perfect. Yeah, I appreciate that. I love that comment right there. I am real. I don't sugarcoat shit, man. I don't bullshit you. And if I'm bullshitting, it's because I'm trying to be funny, right? This shit to me is not funny. That's why you don't see my funny side, right? You ask a lot of people, they'll probably say I'm funny as hell, and I do that sometimes on here. But there's different sides to everybody, you know. This is like my serious side, my passionate side, but I joke with the best of them. So when it comes up to like making up stories to make jokes about situations, yes, that's my bullshitting. Now, I'm not going to bullshit you about what I do, and what I have, what I've worked hard for, blah, blah, blah. None of that's going to be a bullshit. I don't have everything I say when it comes to that shit is the truth. Now, if we're in a room and I'm joking around and I'm making jokes about you or myself, then yeah, that's bullshitting. All right. But I don't bullshit when it comes to reality. You know what I mean? I never have to backtrack. I never have to cover my story. I never have to remember any lies because I don't do it. So, anyway, believe in yourself. Have a great weekend. Hopefully, I see you soon. Stay strong. Remember, you matter. And I appreciate you guys, man. Thanks. If you don't mind sharing this, liking it, sharing my post, I appreciate it. The more people we reach, the better. Hopefully, you got your shirt and hopefully you like them. Thanks for being here. Have a great day.